Why don't you kick the song off down there? Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love, I got shot and I died. The beginning, the middle, and the ending all in the same sentence. So I tell you, you don't look to short that thing up. You know, folks, I tell you what, man, we got a good audience here tonight. I guarantee you. You know, folks, 10 years ago here at the Flying W Ranch, a big old fire roared down through this canyon. It was called the Wallow Canyon Fire. This fire come down through there 2,600 degrees and 65 miles an hour, and that thing leveled the Flying W Ranch right down to the foundations in a matter of just seconds. 8 years later, we rose from the ashes. Now there was a specific song that was wrote about that very event. It's a true story, and we're awful proud to do it. We're going to have our guitar player sing it for you down there. It's one simply called the Tribute Song. stage, so you know who's up here playing for you. We're going to start with this guy here in the middle. We're focused on him. He's the one carrying that fiddle around. Now, he's a fine musician. This guy is one of the best fiddle players in the nation. There's no doubt about that. We're proud to have him up here. He's one of my best friends, but what I don't understand about this guy is where he came from. A little place called Chicken Lip, Louisiana. I've never heard of such a thing before. I don't know what they do out there. But they did produce a good guy, this fella right here. Big round of applause for Luke Tripp. I've also got to tell you this little story about Luke here and how he wound up here in Colorado. You see, when Luke was in Louisiana, he had a little business, side business. He had a horse riding business. He'd invite people out to his property and he'd take them on trail rides throughout the Louisiana Bayou. Well, you know, that was going really good. Things were just happening very well for him. He called me up one day and says, man, I'm just really hitting out of the park with this entrepreneurship. He says, I wish you'd come down and see it. I said, well, Luke, I can't do that right now. So what he did is he shot me a picture of his business. He shot me a picture of his barn. And on the side of that barn that he has down there was this big old sign. And this sign stated, for fast riders, we have fast horses. For slow riders, we have slow horses. And for people who's never ridden a horse before, we have horses that's never been ridden. Well, now you know why he's in Colorado, folks. Hey, you want to sing a song with these folks, Luke?
Yes, I do. I want to sing a song about this beautiful state that I now live in. I'm just going to call it Colorado. There's a place where Mother Nature got it all together. She knows just what to make while flowers bloom. Somehow she seems to know exactly what she's doing, and the birds are there to furnish our room. Have you ever been down to Colorado?
Get this guy Ian introduced to you folks. Now this guy here is another fella that we know. He's a guy that came a long way to get here. He came all the way from Centennial, Colorado. Now tell you what, but you know Michael down there, his name is Michael Amade, folks, and he is an outstanding singer. Would you give him a big round of applause? Thank you, everyone. This is what you got Michael here. You know when Michael joined the Flying W Wranglers, he was going through a deal where he was, he was losing weight. He was having a hard time, but he got to where he got down to a good size. And I asked him, I said, Michael, what did you do to lose all that weight? He says, it's a secret, I can't tell you. I said, well, I've got to know because, man, I've got to lose a little weight myself. He says, okay, I'll tell you. He goes, all I did was shave my legs. You can see his house, folks. He has 7 bales of leg hair sitting out back. I'll tell you. You know, folks, we're going to get Michael to sing a song here, and but I got to give you just a fair warning. When he gets to singing sometimes, he'll break into opera. For absolutely no reason whatsoever, unannounced. But, it's pretty when he does it, but sometimes just disrupts things once in a while. So, Michael, you think you can get through one tonight?
I'll do my best.
All right, pick you out a song.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away. We're bound away across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. I will take her across the road and water. We're bound away across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away, rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you away. We're bound away across the wide Missouri. Across the wide Missouri. Don't be weird, just sing along. Coming from your day, coming from your That felt good. I didn't even know I was doing that until someone.
But we sure knew you were doing it. Folks, we can't take him anywhere without that. Yeah.
You know, Jason, I think I figured it out. I'm triggered by people with good taste.
Michael. Listen, that was real good, my friend. It really was. But listen, this isn't the Flying W Opera House. This is the world famous Flying W Ranch, and I don't think all these fine folks came all the way out here tonight to be put to sleep by opera music. But now, hey Bobby, this is our shop, buddy. Bobby and I have been working on something, boys. Now, it's a little more modern than opera music. It's a little more cool than opera music. And we've been discussing this. Now listen, if we pull this off in front of these fine folks tonight, we could potentially change the name of our band.
Okay, hold on a second. You think you want to change the name to the Flying W Wranglers?
Potentially. Well, what would that be? Well, something with a little more pizzazz, you know, something like maybe the world famous Spice Boys. Wayne, you can be Old Spice.
Hey, you guys, knock it off. Stop all that nonsense stuff. You're gonna beat yourself to death on that microphone. What's wrong with you? Are you seeing clearly now? You might have double vision. You got a concussion. I'm worried about you. You know, folks, you gotta apologize. Hey, Guitar Zan. Folks, I gotta apologize to you about my comrades up here. These guys kind of get going on something. You just can't get them shut off. They're like the Energizer battery. You know, but I got to tell you something, fellas. We got to get back to our basics. We are a Western group. We sing Western songs. We uphold our Western heritage. And we should be singing songs up here about cows.
Wait a minute. Folks, I don't have a cow on stage to introduce you to. But I think it's about time I introduce you to this fine gentleman standing behind this great big tree over here. Now, folks, this guy has one of the most distinct Western voices around, and you're in for a real treat to hear this man yodel. Now, he's been doing this for quite some time. Practically grew up here at the Flying W Ranch, and you can imagine how honored we are to share the stage with him. He's a very talented friend of ours. Put your hands together for our friend, Mr. Wayne Humphrey.
Jason, I appreciate that awesome introduction there. Thank you folks very much. But we're going to get back on track, fellas. You ready? Here, we're going to do a song about those cowboys, just like to sing. Yippee-yay, yippee-yo, and the day when we go. Well, it's noonday soon, I'm riding down the wild plains and I'll roam. Till the sun through the hills goes around. And there'll always be someone glad when I come home. Yippee-yay, yippee-yo, and W Ranchers, one thing we've done each and every night and all day long. We back and support our military forces. I'd like to recognize the people in the audience tonight. So if you are out there and you are retired military, if you're active duty military, if you're a first responder, if you're a veteran, if you're a healthcare provider, a policeman, a fireman, or a pastor, would you please rise up at this time so we can give you a big round of applause? Thank you all so much for your service to our country, keeping us free. We would never be able to do what we do on these stages if it wasn't for the likes of you people. So thank you once again. Now, if you are willing and you are able, would you please rise up with us and help us sing our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You all did a lovely job singing along to that. Bob, you did a great job leading it as well. In fact, folks, it's probably time for me to introduce this guy standing to my right here. He comes all the way from Wichita, Kansas. We call him the Cowboy Casanova. Give a huge round of applause, Mr. Bobby Edwards.
Howdy! I'm here.
So, Bobby leads the Flying W Wranglers in several key areas. One, as you've seen tonight, is drumming. Two, is singing those beautiful high harmony parts. And the third one involves a bit of stage magic. He's actually the shortest Flying W Wrangler in history. He's wearing 42-inch heels right now.
Folks, he ain't lying down there. I'll tell you what, his feet start right below his pockets. Matter of fact, him and I was out and about the other day, and he walked up to a fellow over there at the Walmart parking lot, and he was about my size, and he walked right up to that guy and he said, "You play basketball?" That fellow looked right down on him and said, "Do you play miniature golf?"
Now let me just say that the job that he had before this one used to make those tiny cookies in that keyboard. We gotta stop this. I know we can go all night with this deal. But Bobby, why don't you just tell them about the next song?
All right, folks. Well, here at the Flying W, for the past 70 years, we've always done a gospel song. It's something that we're proud to do. Tonight is no different. So we're going to present our rendition of How Great Thou Art. Now, this is a song we feel it blesses us as a band. So in turn, I hope it'll bless you folks.
The stars.
my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
And when I think that God His Son not sparing, sent Him to die, I scarcely take it in. That on the cross, my burdens gladly bearing, He bled and died to take away my sin.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art.
How great thou art.
Bobby Edwards, ladies and gentlemen. Now, folks, as I mentioned earlier, Bobby and I like to meet people as they come up every night. Just talk to them, find out where they're from. And, we talk to people from all over, except for one place. And they haven't been out here yet this season. And it's gotten so bad, we've actually developed an internal band betting pool as to when they're going to show up. So, Wayne, do you want to do the honors today?
You know, folks, over the last couple of months, we've had visitors at the Flying W Ranch from nearly all 50 states. But there's one state that's lacking. They've yet to arrive, or they don't exist anymore. So I've got to ask, is there anybody in the audience tonight that currently resides in the state of Rhode Island? That's lovely. We never have anybody from Rhode Island down here. But when they get here, we're going to keep them 2 weeks just to look at them.
Hey, but I tell you, there's one thing that we have a lot about here, is people celebrating their birthdays. Oh yeah, you say birthday, we start popping up all over the place. Raise your hand if you have a birthday this evening. Come on. Don't be shy. Oh, happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday. Happy birthday over there. Oh, all the way in the back. Over here, good lady. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody?
Yes, you did. You missed one person. She's here tonight. I seen her coming in the front gate and I didn't get a chance to ask her. And she's sitting back there in the back, and you know what? She didn't even raise her hand. And I don't know why. But Gertrude Felony is here tonight. She's sitting right back there, and I forgot to ask her when I seen her coming in the gate, how old are you?
Whoa!
What?
You can't ask a woman her age.
Why?
It's rude. I mean, I learned that when I was that high.
Yeah, I learned that yesterday.
So what are you saying down there?
Wayne, you shouldn't have said that. You gotta think before you speak.
You're saying I shouldn't have said that?
Yes.
You're saying I should not say that ever again?
That's right.
Okay. I won't say that ever again. I've learned my lesson.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
Water.
So how much do you weigh?
Enough of that. How about anniversaries? Do we have a couple celebrating anniversaries? How many years, folks? 50! Woo! That's fantastic. How many years? Come on, how many years? 42! Woo! That's awesome. Huh? 44? Nice. Very cool. Come on, let's give them a round of applause.
I really like that. You know, folks come out here, celebrate their anniversary. You know, I like seeing people happy. You know, there's no doubt about that. But you know, I've got a little bit of experience with the wife, with the wedded thing going on. And I tell you something, fellas. There's one thing I've learned over the last several years. Men do not have enough answers for women's questions. Now this I've learned. I'm going to tell you guys a little story here. As a matter of fact, I got a text message the other day. Text message on my phone, and that text message said, "Please pray for Tom. He was in an accident." So I walked into the kitchen where my wife was, and I says, "I got a text message here. It says, please pray for Tom. He was in an accident." She said, "Well, was he driving?" I said, "I don't know. I got a message here that says, please pray for Tom. He was in an accident." She says, "Well, was Cheryl and the kids in the car?" I said, "I don't know. I've got a message here that says, please pray for Tom. He was in an accident." She says, "Well, what hospital is he in?" I said, "I don't know. I've got a message here that says, please pray for Tom. He was in an accident." She looked right at me and she said, "You don't know nothing, do you?" I said, "I know I've got a message here that says we got to pray for Tom."
I don't know about all that, but I'll tell you what I do know. By a show of hands, folks, help me out. How many of you are here tonight? They're dead. There's a lot of soul out there.
Okay.
Well, we got anybody from Colorado? And that's a little bit, you had me worried there for a second. Holy cow, don't scare me like that, folks. Say, we got anybody from, let's say down south of Texas? Listen, I love you to pieces. My mom's from Texas. But I gotta tell you, welcome to America, folks.
Hey now, okay. Folks, it's probably time for me to introduce this guy holding the white guitar. Obviously, as you can tell, he's not just a clown, he's the whole circus. Now, he's not just a singer, he's not just a musician, he's a world traveler. He's a rescuer of puppies in distress. It's true. He's a veteran of our United States Navy. Give a huge round of applause for Mr. Jason Lee. Now, the way that Jason joined this band has kind of become a legend, and I'm going to set the record straight here tonight. Nothing really that big happened. What was happening was we had a rehearsal, he showed up, we made the mistake of feeding him, and now he won't leave. But we're really happy to have him here on the stage with us. And I will say, Jason, you know, we've been able to talk quite a bit over the course of the season here, but there's a question that we have unanswered. We've asked a bunch of times, and maybe in front of these people you will actually finally answer it clearly for the last time. Where are you from? Where have you been?
At least you didn't ask how much I weigh. Well, I'll tell you where I'm from. All right, I'm only going to say this once because I like all these people out here, even though most of them are apparently dead. Boys, I'm from here. Why, heck, I'm from there. Boys, I'm from everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe this mountain air, man. Travel at my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Colorado, Winston, Sarasota, Wichita, Colorado, I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe this mountain air. Travel at my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Colorado, Owensburg, Redbird, Vicksburg, Delaware,
Cowboys in Kansas City, Cedar City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts, where, man. Under this mountain air. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. That's a lot of places to be from. Hey, speaking of everywhere, or anywhere, I should say, do we have anybody in the audience tonight from a different country altogether? Hey, all right. Where are you from, man? England? Outstanding. That's, there's nothing like being from England. That's amazing. Thank you. So where are you from over here? Ireland and Spain? Oh, I thought she said I'm from Ireland and Spain. I'm like, well, how's that working out for you? The Dr. Phil thing there. Well, thank you. That's a long way to come to eat some beans, I can guarantee you. You got anybody else out there from different countries? Anybody? Right? No, nothing. Hey, right in the back. Way back there. Where are you from back there? Ireland. So he's the one from Ireland. She was giving us a heads up about that. Well, folks, thank you all so much for coming out here and visiting us here at Flying W Ranch. You know, we do get people from different countries all the time, and it's always nice to see people come in here from different countries. So I hope that you're enjoying the Western music the Flying W Wranglers are presenting for you tonight. Hey, you know, folks, I don't know if Leanne mentioned earlier tonight, I think she probably did, but we are the world's second oldest Western singing group. But we're only second to one other group, and that is a group called the Sons of the Pioneers. Yeah, the Sons of the Pioneers, they made that 4- and 5-part harmony famous. Well, us, the Wranglers and myself, we love to do Sons of the Pioneers songs. So every once in a while, we'll grab one out of the back, and we'll present it to you folks. So tonight, you're going to get one about all this timber sitting back up here. It's one simply called The Timber Trail.
Timber!
Over mountains high, got my fingers swung, rolling right, right through timber. When the day is done, by the campfire, and I dream of timber, tall timbers calling, and the echoes ring. While nature sings a song along the timber trail, blue shadows falling, and the canyons well. As whispering pines entwine along the timber trail, high in the sky, the love song of the trees will blend and blend its way out on the breeze. Tall timbers calling, and the echoes ring, while nature sings a song along the timber trail. High in the sky, the love song of the trees will blend and blend its way out on the breeze. Tall timbers calling, and the echoes ring, while nature sings a song along the timber trail. The timber trail.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, one question for you. Have you had a good time tonight? That was pretty good, but I think for a crowd this size, we can do a little bit better. Let's try this.
Have you had a good time tonight?
It's been a real pleasure for us to have you here. Thank you once again for coming out and joining us for an evening of Western music. As we get ready to head into the rest of the songs, we want to make sure that we quote the words of our founder, Mr. Russ Wolf. We'd always say, happy trails, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. But now, We're all going to climb aboard the Orange Blossom Special.
They don't look very impressed back there. Well, those people aren't. Alright? Oh, it's alright. We can plan for this. Alright? They've got something that everyone can enjoy. Come on.
Johnny rising up your boat, play a fiddle hard. Cause Tales broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals cards. If you win, you get the shiny fiddle made of gold. But if you lose, the devil gets your soul.
Hey, man, you played that song really good, Luke. That was really cool. Charlie would be proud. But we're doing the Orange Blossom Special. You folks want to see how fast Luke can play this song?
Alright? I can do that. Oh, yes, you can. Alright. Ready?
Rested as he went along his way, and all at once he heard a mighty red cows he saw plowing through the rugged sky across the cloudy draw. The raiders were still on fire and their boots were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their high breath you could feel. And more than there with romance they thundered through the sky. They saw the riders coming hard. They heard the mournful cry. Those riders in the sky. As the riders roar on by, we'll hear we call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, we're riding on these rails. And cowboy change west dale with the sea will ride. Try to catch the devil's herd across this endless sky. Those riders in the sky.
want to hear one more?